Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation for the day. Gauri Mahalla Pehla, Choa Chandan Ank Charavau, Paat Patambar Peher Handavau, Bin Har Naam कहाँ सुख पाऊं, क्या पहरों क्या ओढ़ दिखाऊं, बिन जगदीश कहाँ सुख पाऊं रहाओ। कानी कुंडल गल मोतियन की माला, लाल निहाली फूल गुलाला, बिन जगदीश कहाँ सुख पाला। नैन सलोनी सुंदर नारी, खोड़ सिगार करे अति प्यारी, बिन जगदीश पजे नित खुआरी। दरगर महला सेज सुखाली, एहनस फूल बिछावे माली, बिन हर नाम सो देह दुखाली। हैवर गैवर नेजे वाजे, लश्कर नेब खवासी पाजे, बिन जगदीश झूठे दिवाजे। सिद्ध कहावों रिद्ध सिद्ध बुलावों, ताज कुलों सिर छत्र बनावों, बिन जगदीश कहाँ सच पाऊं। खान मलूक कहावों राजा, अब्बे तब्बे कूड़े हैं पाजा, बिन गुर शब्द ना सवरस काजा। हाउ मैं ममता गुर शब्द विसारी, गुरमत जानिया हृदय मुरारी, प्रणवत नानक शरण तुम्हारी। हाउ मैं ममता गुर शब्द विसारी, गुरमत जानिया हृदय मुरारी, प्रणवत नानक शरण तुम्हारी. So in this passage, the real question that is being asked, or we are being prodded to think about, is how to live a happy, fulfilling life. Kya pehro, kya ood dikhawon? What should I wear? What should I drape around myself that catches the eye? And then the alliterative phrase, the refrain, is bin jagdish, without jagdish, which is a synonym for the self. Without the self, kahan sukh pawon? How is comfort and well-being even possible? So despite all the wealth, the fame, power that we may possess, which Guru Nanak enumerates here, happiness is not possible. It remains elusive. So Guru Nanak has sketched, in a way, the outlines of people living in modern affluent societies, really, and the problem that afflicts them, which is one of boredom and addiction to highly consumptive lifestyles that leaves us with anxiety. So what he is saying is that despite all of these possessions, despite the fact that you might be able to fulfill desire, happiness is going to continue to elude you unless you connect with yourself. What does that mean? Let's explore that. He starts off by saying, he starts with the personal. He says, Choa Chandan Ank Charavau, Paat Patambar Peher Handavau. I may apply drops of sandalwood as perfume and wear silken robes. This is talking about personal grooming. And then, of course, he goes on to say, Kani kundal gal motiyan ki mala, Lal nihali, full gulala, earrings and a necklace of pearls, and wine to delight, and red flowers to please the eye. Nain Saloni, Sundar Nari, Khor Sigar Kare At Pyari. Attractive eyes and exquisite beauty in a woman may be available to me, adorned with layers of ornaments. She's pleasing to the eye. Dargar Mehla Sej Sukhali, Ehnis Fool Bichave Mali, the comfort of palatial mansions and decorated beds, and flowers that are spread out daily by the gardener. Elephants and horses, hever gaver, guards and ceremonial bands, neje vaje, laskar neb khawasi paje, troops and ministers and servants in tow as a show of my power. Siddh kahaun, rid siddh bulaun, I may be a perfected spiritual master, wearing the crown of my sect, attended to by servants and with a regal canopy installed over my head as a mark of sovereignty. I may be addressed as a chief, a Khan, or a ruler, a Raja, but contemptuous and false is such fawning. This is all the result, he says, of haume mamta, which is ego consciousness and its possessiveness, its addiction to wanting to satisfy desire all the time. Haume mamta. And how do you get rid of this haume mamta? Now you see, possessiveness, the ego consciousness, is like a stream of consciousness that has become muddied with this poison, with this dirt of desire. It's like the residue of desires is now making the stream of consciousness foggy. And he says, I need gur sabad-a-day. The word, the sabad, the message of good wisdom diffuses that poison. And then through gurmat, which is the sabad again, the teachings of the good, the self is revealed in the heart. Pranvata Nanak Saran Tumari. Nanak seeks the shelter of the self. So the self essentially is innate wisdom that has always been with us. And what wisdom does is it teaches us to live in proportion. That's the idea, not to get carried away and become addicted. It's to be able, that's what wisdom is. It sees things in proportion, in balance. That is what self is for us. It's the guiding compass. That's what we need in order to find happiness. Because one then not only recognizes wisdom for what it is, but you also realize that it is indeed who you really are, is this wisdom. And you then delight in being with that wisdom or becoming that wisdom. On that note, until the next time, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.